know who you are and know the value that you're bringing to the table. And then price your boutique services accordingly. Today, we have a really, really important topic, right? And I think it's an important concept that as every entrepreneur, if you want to run a profitable business, right? You want to scale a profitable business. This is one of the foundational concepts that you have to embrace. And today, what I'm going to talk about is the importance of valuing you and what you do as an entrepreneur and what the specific gifts that you bring to this world. And I have a illustration. I got this package delivered to me this week at my house. And I'll be honest with you, when I got this package, okay, I couldn't remember what was in the package, right? I can't remember what I ordered. I'm telling you, I could probably send gifts to myself and it'll be a surprise, right? Because all the packages that come. And so what I did was I took this package and I opened it, right? I took some scissors and I opened this package. And when I opened this package, it came with something that I wasn't expecting, some things that I wasn't expecting to get in a package. In fact, I had ordered some hair products, right? I had ordered some hair products for my daughter, but something else came in this package that I wasn't expecting. And when I opened this package, I was so excited about what was in this package because it was so unique. It was so different, right? That I had to immediately call my daughter down. She's upstairs and I was like, you got to come down and see what's in this package, right? Because I was one excited mommy, okay? And I called my daughter, and like most teenage girls, when she heard me call her, she didn't respond, right? Like most teenage daughters do. And so I kept calling her. And each time I called her, I got more and more excited. And you know how kids are. They somehow sense that, okay, this is something good. This is not going to be chores for me to do. And so she started to sense this excitement in my voice as I was calling her. And what was happening was, suddenly, I started hearing pounding coming down the stairs. It sounded like 1,000 buffalo coming down the stairs, right? And when my daughter saw me holding this package, right? When she saw me holding this package and she saw the excitement in my eyes, because, I can't control excitement, like I just wear it all over my face, right? When she saw this excitement that I had on my face, she immediately asked out of curiosity, right? Because she's catching this now. She goes, Mom, this is what she says, Mom, is that from a small business? Is that from a small business? And when she said that, it immediately hit me. And I found myself just really smiling internally because it hit me that she had learned as a small child that, there are no packages like packages from small businesses, right? There are no packages like packages from small business. Unlike big retailers like Walmart or Target, who were only able to compete based upon their location, meaning they were convenient, easy to get to, or their price, right? Small businesses are under this constant pressure, right, to prove that they are worth it, that their product is amazing, that you want to keep coming back to the small business, right? That's what small businesses put themselves under, that pressure. And my daughter had been spoiled, right? She realized that small businesses had that pressure to impress, that they were always willing to go out of their way. And she knew that small businesses always had something extra in them, right? They were not like those Amazon packages where you get blow up bubble wrap, right? Or Walmart packages. She knew that in small business packages, something absolutely amazing came in these packages. Things like an extra sample, right? They always throw in a sample of a different product they think you should try, or a coupon for half price for next time, or sometimes just a thank you trinket, right? A trinket that says, thank you, as a customer, we appreciate you. We want you to come back. And this package, it was just like many of the other small business packages that we got, right? It had a surprise in it. In this package, it had the hair item that we ordered, right? It had what we ordered because, the small business was going to deliver on their commitment of what I ordered. But in addition to what I ordered, it came with something else. It came with filler, right? It came with filler in this package. And you guys are waiting in anticipation, like, what's in this package, right? What is in this amazing package? Well, in this package was filler, but it wasn't just your regular polyethylene filler. It was filler that was shaped like Valentine hearts. Isn't this so cute? Like, this is like one of the pink ones, and it had like purple ones right here, if you guys can see it, and even white ones. It was just filled with like different color, like little hearts, right? Is what this package was filled with, right? and there were multiple colors in here. Now, my daughter, she's a very crafty person. She can take something like this and she's like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I can make a vision board out of this. I can make jewelry out of this. I can paste it on a bunch of different things. She's thinking, oh my gosh, I love this package. It has incredible things. And her heart is just jumping up and down with excitement now and anticipation of things that she can do with this package. And, I had never heard of this small business before, right? I had done a random internet search. I was looking for tree nut free hair products, right? And they said they had hair solution for me. But what happened is when this small business sent me this package, right? And they sent me not only my hair product, but they sent me like these really just made it really unique, right? They made it really unique. They gave me a white glove service that I wasn't expecting. What happened was they won a customer for life, right? They won a customer for life in my daughter, and that we're going to continue to buy, in anticipation for the next surprise that are going to get us, right? And it's interesting because as small business owners, we put a lot of pressure on ourselves, right? We put a lot of pressure on ourselves to show the world that we can be just as good as big box retailers, right? We put that pressure on us. For example, we go out of our way as entrepreneurs to shake our customers' hands. How many restaurants have you gone to that are small, homegrown restaurants and the owner just comes out and goes, hey, how are you doing? Shake your hand. It's like suddenly a celebrity came out and shook your hand, right? And we're coming out and shake their hand because we want to show appreciation that they came and visit us. Or there's a customer, right, that keeps coming back and they always order the same thing and they like it a certain way, right? And we remember their favorite order, right? And the customer feels special. Or we throw in these extra things, right? We throw in these extra things like these little styrofoam hearts to keep the package safe, right? They throw in these little extra things that just really just surprise and delight their customers, right? Is what these small businesses do. And we do it because we're bringing our goods and services to a table in a very special way, right? And we're doing it because we want to continue to have the customer, right? We want to continue to surprise and delight and show up differently, right? And show them that, we are better, right? We can deliver this better. We can surprise you. We're part of your family where we're becoming a household name, right? And as small business owners, we don't charge extra for what we do, right? We just do it. We just do it out of appreciation. We do it because this is our craft. This is our art, right? And that's the reason why we do what we do, right? And what happens is, because we're not charging for that extra that we do, that extra service, that extra heart, right? That's being put inside the package, right? Because we're not charging for that. What happens is a lot of times small businesses struggle in a way that big retail boxes never do, right? Because these big retail boxes, they're not incurring that extra cost in order to provide that white glove service, right? And because big retail boxes, they're simply providing based upon their product being convenient, meaning that you can go to Walmart down the street or Walgreens around the corner, right? Or they're able to get volume purchases. They're able to sell things at a very, very low cost because they're purchasing in large volume. And, for you guys that have been with me for a while, you guys know my background is I used to live in Chicago, right? I went to work for a company called Arthur Andersen in Chicago right outside of school. So right there on 33 West Monroe, that's where I started my career at Andersen. But, being from Chicago, if you guys are familiar with Chicago, sometimes in Chicago when I lived there, on Saturday, if I didn't have any major plans, right, I didn't have anything special to do, I would get my exercise. And I would get my exercise by taking a walk on Michigan Avenue. And if you guys don't know about Michigan Avenue, it's kind of like, oh my goodness, it's shopping galore. Every designer, every major store that you can possibly imagine is on Michigan Avenue. Okay. And while I was doing my stroll, right, on Michigan Avenue, sometimes what would happen was I would take a sharp left, right? And when I took a sharp left on Michigan Avenue, I would find myself on this teeny weeny street called Oak Street. And Oak Street was not a really obvious street, right? It was this teeny weeny street right off of Michigan Avenue. In fact, I'll tell you this, that most people, if you weren't looking for Oak Street, if you didn't know what Oak Street was, you weren't going to see it. You were going to absolutely miss Oak Street, okay? And Oak Street wasn't this really, really large street. And for the most part, there wasn't a lot of foot traffic on Oak Street, right? And most people literally walk down Michigan Avenue and they miss Oak Street because they were so dazed by the bright lights on Michigan Avenue, right? Seeing the American Girl store, seeing the water tower, right? Seeing the designer clothes. They completely miss Oak Street. But Oak Street was actually the street that you wanted to get a glimpse of if you were a real authentic fashionista. If you were a real fashionista, you did not want to miss Oak Street, okay? Because Oak Street was where it was at if you were a real fashionista. In fact, Oak Street, this really teeny weeny street with no foot traffic, it housed all the high-end fashion boutiques of Chicago. And these Oak Street boutiques didn't carry the brands. They didn't carry the designers that you were going to find a block away at the Water Tower Mall, right? That was just located just right around the corner. Oak Street didn't carry those. But the quality of the clothes, the exquisiteness of the designs, you couldn't find that on Michigan Avenue, right? These were the designers before the designers hit Michigan Avenue, right? And these were the clothes that were so fashionable, so exquisite. These were the clothes that were modeled on the catwalks of Paris. Okay. They are modeled on the catwalks of Paris. This is how unique these clothes are. And not only this, these were the things that, although they were beautiful and although they were exquisite, the boutiques, the stores that were on Oak Street, they didn't even list their prices on the price tag. Okay. So there were no prices when you went into this boutique. And there were no prices because if you had to ask the price, you probably didn't need to know where Oak Street was. All right. That's how it was. And so these were the boutiques. These were the privately owned shops. These were the one of the kinds, right? You couldn't find this stuff anywhere else. And so what I'm saying, profit first entrepreneurs, is you are one of a kind. You are one of a kind. You are the shops off Michigan Avenue. You are the ones that people are looking for. You're the ones that do the extras. You're the ones that are providing these little pink and purple hearts and packages that are making like your customers squeal in delight when they get those. This is what you are. This is the white glove services that you are providing that the big box retailers can never, ever provide. And what you're doing is you're providing a concierge service. And you're making someone's day that had a terrible day when they get this cardboard box. You are the white glove service. And so my question is, if you guys are the white glove services, if you guys are filling these boxes with all kinds of trinkets, right? Why is it that most business owners, most small business owners don't price that way? Why are we doing this and not pricing that way? Why are we competing with Target? Why are we competing with Walmart? Why are we competing with Amazon? Why are we not charging our services for what they were? Now, Profit First Entrepreneur, know who you are and know the value that you're bringing to the table, and then price your boutique services accordingly. There are too many entrepreneurs out there who are just trying to compete with these big box retailers. They're trying to compete with Walmart, with Target, okay? And they're trying to say, I can offer my product or service at a lower cost. And plus, I'm going to drive halfway across the city to send it to you, or heck, I'm going to ship it to you for free like Amazon, right? There are too many small business owners doing that. Too many small business owners are lowballing their prices and really insulting the talents that they're bringing to the table. When I was in first grade, my teacher forced me to be in the school play. It was traumatic. She forced me to be in the school play. And the play was called The Ugly Duckling. And for you guys that remember that play, Ugly Duckling, it's a play by Hans Christian Andersen. And I'll always remember it because it was a uber traumatic experience being in first grade, being forced to do this public speaking exercise. Okay. And this play was about a strange looking duck, right? And the problem with this duck was he was born into the perfect duck family. Okay. But the only problem was he looked different from everybody else, right? He looked absolutely different from everyone else. And I still remember my line from this play because it was so traumatic and it took me like hours to memorize this line. And my mom made me go over and over again, make sure I remember this line. And my line in this play was, look at that ugly duckling. Isn't he funny looking? That was my only line. And I still remember it like, oh my gosh, 40 years later, it's terrible, right? And the story goes in The Ugly Duckling was everybody made fun of this duck, right? Everyone made fun of this duck. But this duck only wanted one thing, right? The only thing that he wanted, this ugly duck, was he wanted to fit in. He wanted to fit in. And he wanted to be like everybody else, right? He didn't want to be different. He didn't want to be unique. He didn't want to be inferior, right? He just wanted to fit in. That's the only thing that this ugly duck wanted. But ironically, at the end of the story, after a whole lot of emotional abuse that this duck went through, he turned out that he was never a duckling at all, right? In fact, he was one of the world's most beautiful swans. And so what I'm saying, entrepreneurs, is stop trying to quack like a duck. Stop trying to quack like a duck. Stop trying to walk like a duck. Stop trying to talk like a duck. Stop trying to be a duck. Stop trying to be a big box retailer when you're not. You, like most entrepreneurs, you started your business to make a difference in the world. Perhaps you didn't like how things were being done in your industry, or perhaps you just didn't like how people were being treated at your last job. Perhaps you believe that you could just change the world, at least for the people in your corner of the world, right? And you guys are the ones that are putting these purple hearts, right, in the packages that brighten up a 14-year-old's day. You guys are doing that. And it's a child that happens to suffer from Katrina allergies. You guys are putting the hearts in her package to brighten up her day. And you guys are the ones that are making every single customer that you touch feel special. Like they are the only ones that matter. You're the ones that are bringing those customized solutions to people that feel like, I've tried everything. I've tried everything. Nobody listens to me and nothing works. You guys are doing that. And your service matters. Your service matters, but it has a cost. It has a cost. And sometimes as a small business, you can't bring that service or product to the market at the volume that these big box retailers like Target or Walmart can. You don't have the purchasing power. You can't buy 1 million of these hair products, right? You can't do that. And so it costs you more to be able to produce that special product or service because you're a small shop. You're a small shop. You're a boutique. And entrepreneurs, you have an obligation. You have an obligation to not only bring your product or service to a market in a way that makes a difference in someone's life, but you have the responsibility to position your business operationally and financially in a way that can be sustained, healthy, and in a profitable way. You have that responsibility. And so I challenge you to do it. I challenge you to bring your business to the world in a sustainable, operational, and financially profitable way. I challenge you to do this. And until next time, may the profits be with you.